What up, and welcome. I'm Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. This is my YouTube channel, Coded Design, where I teach coding and user interface design. In this video, we are going to be redesigning or retracing a TikTok logo. Why designing or retracing a TikTok logo? In this video, I'm hoping to teach you how to use a pen tool. This is a pen tool. What is it used for? It's used for drawing custom shape in any graphic design software like Corel Draw, the one that I'm using, Adobe Illustrator, and also Adobe Photoshop. This is a very important tool for a designer. It helps you to design custom shape, custom fonts, and also custom icon. It's also widely used in the printing industry to retrace the client artwork for printing in case the client have sent a pixelating artwork. What is a pixelating artwork? A pixelating artwork, it's a raster file or an image file that consists of pixels. So when you scale it up, as you can see that it starts to be blurry. So this is pixelation. So without further ado, let's get started. However, I will be continuing with all other famous brands, retracing them only for the purpose of education. So let's get into it. So this is our TikTok logo here. Let's quickly discuss the approach. How are we going to do this? So as you can see here that we've got the curves in this logo, and at the same time we've got straight lines in this logo. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna master the straight lines and deal with the curves later. How are we going to do that? We are going to use a shape tool. So this is a shape tool. As you can see that this is a line and this is a line, and also this is a line and this is a line. This is a straight line and also this is a straight line, and also this is a straight line and this is a straight line, and this is a straight line and this is a straight line. As you can see, things are starting to look a bit cluttered. Don't worry about that, we're gonna fix that now. What we are doing now is just working with the straight lines so that we might not redraw the straight line and all of a sudden they become skewed. So if we can just use the shape tool to draw our straight line, that will work best for us. So we're just gonna position all our straight lines nice and neat. Happy with that one. So what we're gonna do, this is a shape, so you have got limitation on manipulating a shape on Corel Draw. I would like to assume that goes also for Illustrator and Photoshop. So you have to convert this shape to a path, convert to a curve. So by converting it to a curve, then you get a full control over the shape and what you can do with it. However, in Adobe Illustrator, I would like to believe that it's called a path. You are converting a shape to a path. Here in Corel Draw, you are converting it to a curve. So by converting it to a curve, we want to manipulate it. For instance, we create a node here and then we break the node apart so that we can separate it like this. By double clicking here, you are deleting the node, and also by highlighting the whole path and just click delete, you are deleting it. So we are deleting all the parts that we don't need. We are deleting it. Okay, so if you look at this part, it's the same that we can use also here. So that means we are going to delete all the shapes that we have drawn earlier. I was just drawing them for the sake of teaching and showing you that there are different ways of doing things, or as a designer, as you are designing, you are looking for better ways of doing things. do things more quicker and efficiently. So now we have decided to take this one and duplicate it and use it here. Let me make it red. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, and what else? Let me just extend it. Extend it and extend it. Okay, we are almost done with our lines. What we can do, can also take this one here, double click here to create a node, highlight the node and click delete. Double click here to create a node, highlight all the node and just press delete, and then we've got a straight line. So we can copy this one to here, create a copy of that. Let me make these red so that it can be easier to see. Okay, not that easy, I cannot see. I think this one is better. Okay, then from then take this one. There are two ways to go about copying things in Corel Draw. The first one is to copy, and then after that you paste on that same place and you take it to where you want to be. Or what you can do, you can go to whatever that you want to copy. In our case is this line. You you left click it as if you are dragging it. You left click it and then you move it wherever you want. After that you just right click once, then a copy will be made. As you can see that this has changed, so this is a copy, and then you release your left click. Let's do it again. You click on what you want to copy, you left click, and then you move it as in you are dragging it, and then at the position of your choice you just right click once, and then a copy has been created. So for this video and the rest of the course I will be using that form of copying, not the copy and paste one. So now we are done with the straight lines in our logo. So what we want to do, we want to work on the curves. Okay, let's first work on this one. Okay, so in Corel Draw, when you want to change the color of a shape, this is a shape, it has got a border and it has got a fill color. So this is how you change the fill color. You just left click. When you want to change the border color, you'll right click. So this is how you change the border color. So this is how I will be changing the border color in this video and the rest of the series. Okay, so what we want to do here, we want to change this to red so that it can be visible. Okay, then let's quickly pull it down a little bit. Okay, and then let's continue and work on our curves. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna use the pen tool. Whenever we start our first node, we are not going to start the first node here as you might expect. That's not what we're gonna do. However, we're gonna put our first node somewhat outside this line. I will explain it later why. So this is what we're gonna do, and then put it here outside that line. Okay, so what we're gonna do, this is just a straight line, so we are going to convert this part, this straight line, to curve. So we click here and then we click here, then now this is a curve. Now we are working on the curvy parts of our logo. Click here, then we are working on the curvy part of our logo. We are done with this one. Okay, what I'm gonna do, this logo is not gonna be 100% accurate because I'm just doing this video only for the purpose of learning, and also it's important that we quickly finish the video without being bored. So I'm not going to do everything like 100%. So we are done with this line. Okay, I'm happy with this. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Okay, happy with that. So we're gonna do the same thing for this one and this one. Outside, click here and then click outside. Same thing, we convert to path. However, no, let me check. Okay, no, that's not the case. So what we can do also, we can click here, convert this to path, and then click here, convert this to path. Okay, zoom in, as close as possible, and then we adjust it. What we can do while we are here, we can adjust this line. Okay, undo. When we adjust this line, we can just move all of it instead of moving the node. So instead of moving only this point like this, we might as well move the whole line, shift the whole line. So let's just zoom in and shift the whole line. That will help us. Shift the whole line. Happy with that. Then we continue from this side. I'm happy with this. Okay, and then we can click here to create a node and double click here to delete a node. Click here to create a node, click here to double click a node. Okay, what we're gonna do to another line here to this corner, and then from this corner to this one, from this one to this one, from this one to that one. Okay, now let me quickly show you when I'm writing a path. This is my first node, and this is my second node, and this is my third node, and this is my fourth node. Now as you can see, whenever I move my pen tool, I've got a line being created automatically attached to my pen tool. But if I don't want that, what I usually do to make sure that this line deattaches to the pen tool, I click Control in Windows, and then I will just left click, then I'm done. I have deattached it. So that's how I do. If I want to continue, I click the pen tool. Let's say I click the pen tool and I click undo, then I can continue from there. So that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so where I am now, I need this shape. Let me make it yellow to see if it's going to be visible. Yes, I think I'm happy with it. And then what we can do, we can go here. Okay, click here, convert this to this straight line to curve, and then we move it a little bit like this. So now I'm going to move a little bit faster, so that means my own design is not going to be as accurate. Okay, so we take this one, move it here. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna create a node here so that when I'm editing this part of the node, I cannot affect this part. Undo. It's more like we are locking this into proportion. So when I'm fixing this side, as you can see that this side is not affected. So I'm done with that. Okay, I'm happy. And then let's fix this side. Click here, and then let's fix this side. Happy with that. Come here. First of all, let me move this line. Let me make it red by right clicking on this color. and then move it to the right a little bit. I'm happy with that. And then we take this straight line. Then what we're gonna do, we're just gonna create a node here, and then we move it to this corner. I'm happy with that. And then from there we are going to create a curve here, then move it like this. I think now you know that we're gonna lock this on proportion and fix this side. Then go down, and also let's work on this side to see if this one is not going to be affected. It's not affected. I'm happy with that. Then we continue. Then we've got that part 100%. What else? Okay, let's just draw a curve for this part. Okay, what we're gonna do, take a pen tool outside this border. This is where we're gonna turn, and then this is where we're gonna turn also. Another 10 is gonna be here, another one is gonna be here, and then another one is going to be here, then the last one here outside. Okay, can do control left click, and then what we're gonna do first, let's convert is change the color to red, convert this line to path, also convert this one to path, also convert this one to path, to curve, also convert this one to curve, sorry, not to path but to curve. I'm not sure why it has been moving, maybe I've been moving it a little bit. What we can do, I think this one, oh, nothing has moved. Okay, sorry about that. Now let's make sure we work on these curves. Work on these curves. I'm happy with that. Let's leave it like that. I hope now you know that we are going to lock this one in this proportion so that when we move the left side, it doesn't affect the right side. We are almost there. It doesn't affect the right side. Happy with that. Work on this curve and work on this one. Zoom out. Okay, okay, when I'm zooming out, I press Z on the computer. As you can see, when you press Z, my tool changes to a zoom button to zoom in and out. I think if you want to see the shortcuts for these, you can click here. Let's just quickly check. Okay, it doesn't show us. Let's quickly check here the zoom in. Control Z. Yeah, here is, sorry, Z. Here is the Z. Here it shows us in bracket there is a Z. This one in bracket F10, and this one. The pick tool, it doesn't have a shortcut, but this one is F10. This one it doesn't have. Let's check. This one is H. So if you want to know the shortcuts, you can go there. So I press Z for zooming in and zooming out, and then we click here, drag it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just quickly come and fix it here. Okay. Okay. We are almost done. We are going to get into the fun stuff. I'm just assuming this now, it's this part, it's beginning to be boring. Okay, take this one here and then make some adjustments. Make some adjustments. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna lock click a node here and click a node here so that I can delete this node. Why? Because this node is not 100% straight, as you can see, or curvy the way I want to. It looks like it's going to this direction, like it's like a circle, a line that can continue here. And also this one now starts to pick up, as you can see, the direction of these nodes. You see this one is pointing to this direction and this line is going to this direction. So by deleting it, I want to make it 100% straight, so that's why I'm deleting it. Okay, I'm happy with that. What else can we do? Let's create the inner curves from here. Let's do it from here to here and then to here. Okay, make sure you keep your lines overlapping. I will explain when I'm done with this process as to why. Lock it, fix this part, and then click here and then fix this part. Happy with that. Click here. So a pen tool is very important to know. It will help you in a lot of things, more especially in logo designing. When you are designing a logo, you make use of a pen tool. Okay, as you can see that this part of mine, press Z, this one is not like 100%, as I've said before, that I'm not going to make it like as in 100% accurate. Okay, click here, if you click here, and where, click here. Okay, let's see, go to path, convert to curve, convert to curve, convert to curve. Lock it for proportion, and move this one a little bit, and then move this one a little bit. Take this one to the side. Move it up a little bit. Move this up a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. What else? I think we've got it all. Okay, the other thing that you can do, which I didn't do at the moment, when you are new into Corel Draw and retracing, in most cases you are going to shift your image, the one that is on the background. Sometimes you'll make a mistake and shift that image. This is something that you don't want to do because you are using it to trace it. So the best thing to do is to lock it. So you click on it and then you click lock. So by locking it, it means that you can't select it. So let me just unlock it, and then from there let's duplicate everything. So this is what I usually do when I'm going to do the next phase of whatever task or of the logo retracing. I always duplicate everything so that in case I make a mistake here and delete something, I know I can always go back. So we are done with this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to remove the picture on the background. Not necessarily remove, but move it a little bit so that I can be only left with these lines. So what I want to do now, I want to do some sort of a little bit of housekeeping. I want to clean things up a little bit. So this is where I use this virtual segment tool. So you will see now what it does. So it helps me to delete these curves. So the overlapping pieces and the overlapping lines. Okay, the reason why these overlapping lines were here is because we are going to use a paint tool, or the smart fill tool, or this paint tool. So this smart fill, what it does, it's like pouring a paint in a container. So it will fill in all the area inside a certain outline or a certain boundary. So the common mistake that happens is, if you've got a shape like this one, let's say if you've got this shape and by mistake you don't close your shape. Let's say if you close it, you are lucky or you are fortunate, because you can use the smart fill tool. But however, let's say inside this shape we've got another shape. This is the shape that we have inside this shape, but but this shape we didn't close it. Obviously we were under the assumption that we have closed it, but what if maybe we didn't close it? Let's say it's something like this. So it will mean that this shape will leak. So if you pour paint in this container, that means the paint will leak outside this container. So that is not what you want, because now instead of having this shape, the paint inside this container, you will see now the paint is leaking. So this is the reason why my own lines, they always overlap, or they pass through the other, something like this. I just want to I want to make sure that my shapes are not leaking. I hope you understand that one. So let's continue. So also the virtual segment tool, let me show you how it works. I think this can, yeah, I think this can help me to explain. Okay, so the virtual segment tool, it can delete this line, the line that is inside, but it will only stop in the boundaries. So it can delete these lines, this one and this one, but it will stop in the boundaries. It can delete this line, and then from there you can take a smart fill tool and create that custom shape. So that's what we are going to do also. I hope now you are starting to see what I was doing. Okay, so what we want to do also, okay, is to do a little bit of cleaning here, a little bit of cleaning here, and a little bit of cleaning here, and a little bit of cleaning here, and a little bit of cleaning here. Sorry. Okay, okay, a little bit of cleaning and a little bit of cleaning. Okay, where else? Okay, here we're cleaning outside. Okay, okay, doing the cleaning. Okay, now let's test something. This cleaning is not that necessary for the sake of the smart fill tool, because even though this line is overlapping here, but the smart tool is going to ignore it because it's not a solid shape. This is what I mean. As you can see that this part didn't have an effect here. The only effect that it had, I think it created an unnecessary node that you can delete it. So even in our house cleaning, if we want, we can ignore this part, these lines, because they're not gonna affect they are not going to affect us that much. But for the sake of clean work and doing the work that we are proud of and not shy to show other people, then let's just quickly do some cleaning, so that also our design can be even clearer to us to see what we are trying to do. Undo, then only this one. Okay, we are almost done. I'm hoping that now things are starting to be clear. Okay, what else? I think we are done. Now let's use our paint tool. Save the changes, control paint tool. We take our paint tool. Okay, maybe my computer is still saving. We take our paint tool, and then we can, this black part, we can start with it. As you can see that here is the black part created. However, if you want, you can just click the paint tool and change the color first. so that you can paint with the color that you want. We sample this black here, and then we are done with that, and then we can use this paint tool to paint with black. Okay, this is the part. Okay, undo. Let's quickly fix this. Okay, so for now I'm just going to do a quick fix. This is something that we could have fixed it maybe even here, like way back. We forgot to fix this part, but now for the sake of time I'm just gonna do a quick fix. That means I'm just gonna click here just to create to lock this node, so that when I'm editing here only I can affect this line, not that one. So I will move this path to somewhere here, and then I will change it like this. Okay, change it like this. Obviously this is a quick fix, and also I think even this one we can just make a quick fix here, so that this can be smoother than what it is now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's do some cleaning, remove this and remove this. Okay, it's not gonna be 100%, but it's gonna be better than before. Okay, so okay, it's better than before. And then what we're gonna do, we want to paint also the other parts. We want this one. Okay, I'm done with that. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. And then we fill that here. The other one is this one, or this part. Fill with that here. The other one is the small one here. I think we are done. And then let's just zoom in. Okay, and then go to a smart fill, change the color, sample this color, and then click on this one and click on this one. Then we are done. As you can see, this is our Tik Tok logo. So what we want to do now, we want only to take the parts that we are interested in, starting with the smaller ones, the smaller parts. This one and this one and this one. Zoom out. Let's just quickly test if we've highlighted everything. Yes, so these are the frames that we're going to delete. We don't need. So now on our left we've got our pixelating logo, which is the original logo, the one that was an image, as you can see. And on our right we've got the vector part. What we want to do here, we want to remove the borders, the black borders. So when you want to remove the border in a shape, you highlight the shape, and then instead of right clicking to change the color, you just click here on none to remove everything. So now we don't have the borders. So as you can see, this is our vector based Tik Tok logo. So no matter how much you can zoom in here, you can see that it does not pixelate. So we are done. So this is a retraced version of our Tik Tok logo. Now I can delete this part. And that is it for this video. I'm hoping that you might subscribe so that you can see when I'm retracing this logo, the Walmart logo, to create a retraced version. Otherwise, for me, Matthew Msingati, we are done. Thank you so much for watching.